Hello guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Content Monsters, and in today's episode we are going to review Hit and Run, which is a series recently released on Netflix.
For everybody's sake.
The principal cast of Hit and Run comprises of Lior Raz, Kaelen, Moran, Rosenblatt, Sanaa, Lathan, Gregg, Toren, and Lior Ashkenazi. Now, Hit and Run is also created and produced by Lior Raz. It is about an American ballet dancer who's married to an Israeli tour guide, and when she's about to leave for America to audition as a ballet dancer for a theatrical is when she meets with an accident on the way to the airport, and she's killed on the spot. Now, Lior Raz, who plays her husband, is absolutely devastated with his wife's loss. He's very keen to know who was so irresponsible to have run over her in the middle of the road, and with the help of his cousin Tali, played by Moran Rosenblatt, he sets out to figure out who is behind this accident. But as he investigates this case along with his cousin, there are more things that start coming to light. He has been attacked on by a few individuals. It clearly starts to seem that what seemed like a standard hit and run is actually not a hit and run but a murder. And as more and more things unravel, he begins to figure out that this is actually an international conspiracy which involves the CIA of America and the Mossad of Israel.
It seemed her death was an accident at first, but now he thinks there's more to the story.
She's actually run over by two American men who came into Israel on a British passport. Things get murkier with every subsequent episode. Now, Lior Raz, or the character of Segev Azulai that he plays, also has a fairly murky past. I mean, he used to be in the army. He's also been used as a mercenary in the war in Mexico. He's left all that behind, and he wants to live a peaceful life with his daughter from his first wife and his second wife, played by Kaelen, in Israel. And this loss completely devastates him. I mean, he misses his wife a lot. He loved his wife a lot. He wants to find out the truth behind this, and as he uncovers one layer after the other, he realizes that this is a big mess. In fact, he's truly heartbroken when he realizes that even his own wife, who he loved so much, was actually not what she portrayed him that she was. Her name was something else, her parents were somebody else, and she was actually spying in Israel. Though she loved her husband too much, and she ensured that he didn't come in harm's way, but very clearly there is something very murky to the entire episode, and he wants to get to the bottom of it, because what he realizes that if he doesn't end up nabbing the culprits, or whoever the people are behind this, they'll now go after him and his daughter.
They're coming after me and after my family.
This is bigger than you.
So investigating as to who was behind the death of his wife is not just all about putting the criminals to justice, but it's also about saving himself and his daughter and his first wife, who could be in the line of fire. I must say, this series is very captivating, extremely thrilling, full of suspense. Every episode brings with it a new twist in the tale, and it keeps you on tenterhooks from beginning to end. It takes 9 episodes to reach where it does, and very clearly a season 2 is in the offing on the basis of how season 1 ends. But I must add, it is one of the most thrilling series I've seen in recent times. I would say it's a proper international conspiracy stroke thriller drama. Like I said, I mean, a good thriller will keep you on the edge throughout, and this one does from episode 1 to episode 9. At no point do you feel that, it could have been wrapped up in 6 episodes, or the story is, stretching a bit, or there are just too many twists and turns which are not needed. No. The hero of this series is clearly its writing. It's clearly its content. Of course, there are some wonderful performances as well. Lior Raz completely steals the show. He owns the series from beginning to end. You can feel his pain at having lost his wife. You can feel how heartbroken he is when he realizes that he was cheated on. Who he thought was a ballet dancer was somebody else. You can feel his pain when he loses his friends in the midst of this investigation. You can feel for him at every point. You actually feel for him. He's the heart of the show, clearly. The other good aspect of the series is that the women have some very strong roles. Kaelen as his mysterious wife has got a good part, and she's done a great job. Tali, his cousin, who is played by Moran Rosenblatt, is again a very powerful role, and it's good to see a woman police officer who's pregnant and is yet on the job, running around, doing her thing. When you see the women characters in this series, you feel happy that such empowering characters have been given to them. Sanaa, Lathan, who plays Lior's ex-girlfriend and who's now a top journalist in one of the leading magazines, gives a very, very strong performance and plays a very strong supporting character to Lior's in this series. I think it's a very interesting premise which only gets better with each subsequent episode, and even more nail-biting as events after events start to unravel themselves for Sergei Vazulai's character. Now, this film could have worked very easily even as a feature film, but the fact that it's been done in a 9-episode series makes it that much more interesting. It gives the characters time to develop. It gives depth to a lot of characters in the series, and that's what works beautifully for this series. I would give this series a rating of 7.5 out of 10. I would strongly urge you to give it a watch. I'm sure you're not going to be disappointed at all with this series. Please go ahead, have a look. Do tell us what you feel about this series. Do you agree with our review or disagree? What is it that you loved about the film? I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. If you like our review, please do subscribe to our channel, and we'll keep coming back to you for more such reviews. Thank you. See you soon.